Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I missed y'all. It has been a while since I have been in the kitchen with y'all, and I'm so happy to be here with y'all right now. There are a million things that I need to be doing, but I also feel like I need to be also in the kitchen with y'all. So many things have happened since my last video. I cut most of my hair off, and I have gained over 300 subscribers. So there are over 300 new people to the Toni Out Loud community, and that just makes me so happy. So if you are new here, I'm so happy that you found me. What I try to do here is cook, save my money, and try new things. So today I'm actually trying something new. It's actually really late though. I normally get in the kitchen early, but I have little energy and I don't want to do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going to cook because that's what I have fun doing. So I'm going to try some pumpkin pasta. And I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna get things prepped because I don't have things prepped, and then I'll be back. So this recipe does call for veggie broth. So while my pasta is boiling, because I don't have any on hand, I'm going to use my veggie scraps to make a quick veggie broth. And yes, you can use the peels from the onions and your garlic as well in your broth. Okay, so I have my pumpkin and kale and almond milk and onions and garlic and everything else, and I am ready to go. This recipe calls for you to brown the butter with some fresh sage. I don't have fresh sage, but I do have some ground sage, and I am very nervous when working with sage. Sage is very powerful, and one Thanksgiving I put too much sage in the stuffing, and it totally ruined it. My aunt was so upset, but she was able to fix it. So I took a little bit out just to be on the safe side. My aunt made like this great gravy to go over that stuffing, and it came out good. I actually burnt my butter a little bit. As you can see, my fire is way high. It is up too high. Everything is smoking, but it's butter, so I think it'll turn out fine. I added my garlic. I wish I did have a little bit more fresh garlic, but next time things will be better. This is my first time trying this, so I am really experimenting to see how it's going to come out. So I added my almond milk. My pumpkin is going in there, and I think I just stir this up to make a nice sauce. It's probably a little bit darker than it should be because I did burn the brown butter, but all in all, it came out fine. And I'm getting all of this pumpkin out because y'all know I do not like to waste food. I did save a little bit of the pasta water, and I'm gonna thin this out a little bit. I also did add some more garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit more sage, just a tiny bit, and some black pepper and a pinch of salt. I really don't like to cook with salt, but it's really necessary sometimes. I really wasn't liking how it was tasting, so I added a little bit of seasoning, a little bit more garlic, and so I'm going to give it another taste. Definitely better. I've never had this, so I don't know how it's supposed to taste, but it definitely tastes better than it did before. All right, y'all, so this recipe called for Parmesan cheese, and I did not have any, but I did have this Parmesan rind in the freezer, so I threw that in there just to get a little bit of cheese off and that Parmesan flavor. And now I'm just building this dish. The rigatoni is going in. I'm gonna mix this all up. I am happy with this consistency of the sauce, but I do think it could have been a little bit creamier, especially if I had used like a whole milk, but I don't really drink whole milk, so I don't have it. I have almond milk, which is why I was happy that this recipe called for almond milk. I do not have spinach, but I had some kale, and kale is a great substitute for spinach. I will link the original recipe down in the description if you want to make it according to the original recipe, but I was happy with this. I put the lid on the kale and pasta sauce so I could just let the kale finish cooking after I mixed it all in, and I'm done. Okay, so here is my bowl. I did give my husband some. I'm not sure if he's going to like it, but I'm gonna try it. I actually like this. This is pretty good. I actually like this. I don't know if it's supposed to taste like this, but this is how it tastes. I've never had it before. So if I make it again, I probably am gonna make it taste like this. I definitely taste the pumpkin. And the original recipe called for spinach, but I had kale. I didn't realize that I needed Parmesan cheese, but I threw the rind in there and I can taste the Parmesan cheese flavor. Next time, if I make this again, I'll definitely have some fresh Parmesan cheese, but it's not bad at all. This meal was pretty affordable. The rigatoni was $1.50. I think the pumpkin was like $1.39. Half stick of butter, onions, garlic, and staple spices. So, oh, and it was like 2 cups of kale. I think I paid $5 for a bag of kale, but it was only 2 cups that I used. The rest is frozen. So it's a pretty affordable meal, and it's a pretty tasty meal, and it really cooks up quickly. Oh, and if you're looking for a non-meat option, I didn't even miss not having any chicken or turkey or whatever else you eat with pasta. All right, y'all, so the verdict is in from my husband, and he actually liked it. I tried to withhold the fact that there was pumpkin in it because, you know, sometimes people hear certain ingredients and it's just like, oh, and they have like this preconceived notion, but he did like it. So I will be making that again. So thank y'all for hanging in there with me. I am going to wrap up and get out this kitchen. I will see y'all next time when I am doing something else, and I'm so happy that my channel is growing. I really appreciate the 300 plus subscribers and members of my community that I have gained since my last video, and I promise I will be a better YouTuber. Oh, I bought these rice noodles, so next time I think I'll be doing something with these.